Okay, so what age group do you think has the most cancer diagnosis?
Probably between 5 and 15.
Mostly older patients that are in the age from 50 to 80.
Probably like 30 to 50. Probably middle age, so like 30 to 60, I'm guessing.
69,212 young adults are diagnosed with cancer each year, and that's from the ages from 15 to 39. Now, most people would not know that young adults are the ones that are most commonly diagnosed. Most people would think it was children or older adults, and that's the issue.
I was diagnosed exactly 5 weeks after my 18th birthday on November 12, 2015. I have leukemia, APL. I was waking up with all these bruises all over my legs, and when I would brush my teeth, my gums would start to bleed, and there were just all these signs that were like definitely off and different. And one day I found a bruise on my thigh, and it was humongous, and it got a bump on it, and I was like, Mom, this is not normal, we should go check this out. So we went to the ER, and they drew some blood, and the next day my mom got a call and was like, yo, we called the police because your daughter's labs are so funky that she could really stroke out at any moment and die. So that day I was checked into the hospital, and I'm in remission now. So yeah, that's basically the short version of my story. So.
I was diagnosed when I was 19.
Okay.
It was between my freshman and sophomore year of college. There really wasn't a lot of information available for young adults. There was a lot of brochures and pamphlets that were geared towards kids, and a lot that were geared towards sort of older adults that were dealing with different issues. So at the time, there wasn't really much out there.
When I was diagnosed with my specific type of leukemia, APL, they were noticing more and more the trend in, I mean, I'm 18, so I'm really young, and this leukemia they find in usually 30 to 40-year-olds, which is not like young, but it's not old, you know? And they were noticing how more and more like 20, you know, like 25, 18, like patients were getting checked in. So I did find that out when I was diagnosed, but not before, so that was interesting.
There are studies that show how much more care and how much more attention these young adults need.
I think there's a lot of things that are unique for young adults. I mean, you're in the prime of your life, and you're sort of really optimistic, and you sort of feel like you have your whole life in front of you. And then when you're diagnosed, you immediately have to rely on your family and doctors and healthcare professionals, and you sort of feel like you're no longer in control of your future.
So there are some very unique needs to this younger age population that really needs to be addressed if we want to kind of take care of the whole person and the whole family, which is something that we're committed to doing. And we think we can do better in terms of serving them, and in terms of both treating their cancer and supporting them after cancer treatment.
AYA stands for Adolescent Young Adults. Cancer is the leading cause of death within young adults. Greater attention is being put on this AYA community. This is all why the James Cancer Hospital and Nationwide Children's Hospital is creating this AYA program.
So there's things that are definitely particular to people who are in that young adult age group that children and older adults wouldn't have to deal with.
They actually may not have as good cancer outcomes. So there's something about their tumor biology, their cancer diagnosis that for reasons we don't completely understand, they don't do as well. So one need that is particularly important is understanding how we can improve cancer outcomes in this group. We want to make sure that this young group is living longer and living well after cancer treatment. So I think that's the biggest need.
I think there's a lot of support that's needed for young adults. I mean, one is most people want to talk to somebody else who's their age or a similar age that's dealing with what they are diagnosed with, just to sort of bounce ideas off of each other and sort of say, hey, how'd you do this, or how'd you handle this? So that peer support is super important.
I mean, through them, through nurses, they will be like, oh, you should meet this person, talk to this person, you know. Sometimes if one patient is very positive and the other is very negative, you know, sometimes I can be like, oh, maybe you two should, you know, like talk and do that stuff. So yeah, I think that there are really great ways, like unless you've experienced it firsthand, you really don't have an idea or can understand what you're going through. So I think that having somebody that knows that they haven't gone through it and haven't gone, but are still trying to make you laugh, trying to see the positives, trying to, you know, like I had two friends that came in at 7 one morning with a box of donuts, you know, and just slept on the couch, and like we just slept for the next 4 hours because I wasn't feeling well. And that's just nice knowing that people will do those kind of things and not try and relate to your situation and be like, do you want to talk about it all the time? And, you know, and just be there with you even if they don't say anything. So
The younger population really loves social media, and you know, maybe they don't want to come and meet in person as a group in a circle, but maybe they want to have online chats and online support groups. So that's an area that we're also exploring, so we can give them another avenue for providing support.
I think the internet has become the great sort of equalizer where people can connect easily and on their own time. So fortunately there's a lot of platforms out there, and I think that James will help connect people to those resources, which is important.
I think that if you were to do social media, Skype would be the best way, because a lot of people are tired and don't have energy like to walk even to the bathroom by themselves, which is really sad. So I think that that would be like a really cool idea.
Well, I think that James is one of, if not the world's leader in cancer care, and so for them to develop sort of a state-of-the-art, best-in-class AYA program is just essential. They're already treating so many young adults who need these types of services and want this type of program. So I'm excited that they're eager to do it, and I think the community and young adults everywhere are going to benefit from it.
Everyone there is so inspiring and so incredible, and I love it. I mean, I don't love my situation, but I mean, I love it there because everybody's just so close and knows what each other are going through. So, yeah.
I don't think anybody ever expects to get cancer, but certainly not young adults. I mean, when you're in high school or college or starting a career or starting a family, it's the last thing on your mind. I think the one thing the community can do to help is really promote the fact that tens of thousands of young adults are diagnosed every year, and we should be detecting these cancers early and giving those people the best chance for survival. For a lot of people, they're not sure how to get involved with AYA, but I think there's tons of ways. There are so many young adults that unfortunately will be diagnosed, and I think you can do a lot of things. You can show your support and get to know those people and offer to help them through their journey. You can promote the different types of cancer that affect young adults. So really heightening the awareness of what cancers affect young adults and how we can either prevent them or detect them early is important. And then I think just engaging other young adults and letting them know that they can either raise money or awareness to support this population is really, really important.
I can't emphasize enough the value of research and how every treatment that we have today has been a direct consequence of previous research that's been conducted by previous researchers and previous patients and families that have participated. So without research, we would not have the current treatments, and I think investing in research, investing in these collaborations is so key to move the field forward. Without it, we would kind of be stuck where we are, which is not a bad place, but we can definitely do better.
It just, you know, there's no time for BS anymore. You know, once you go through something like this, it just really shapes a person. We can beat this.
We can beat this.
We can absolutely beat this. Cancers in the young. These are very healthy individuals who have a lifetime ahead of them. So this is a population we're going to focus on, and I think achieving long-term cures is absolutely a possibility. And I feel very hopeful about the future, and know that with collective forces, with the James and Nationwide coming together, that there's a lot of brain power here, as well as community support to achieve this.
We can beat this. Donate now to help researchers and doctors find even more information about these young adults so they can have a longer, healthier life and a higher survival rate.